Hey, you guys, it's Brandy Chanel. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your Love and Marriage Huntsville season 3, episode 12 or 13, I think. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, you guys. So listen, this week's episode opens up with Miss Destiny doing a photo shoot for Hype Hair. Y'all remember Hype Hair? When I was growing up, Hype Hair used to be like the thing, the magazine that we look through while we're waiting to get our hair done at the beauty salon or getting your hair braided or something like that. So I completely forgot that it was still around because usually now, we can just go on Instagram or go on Pinterest and pick out a hairstyle and be like, this is what I want. But I'm glad to see that she's doing Hype Hair. Her father is there and he starts to get emotional because, he always thought she would make it, and they just got really emotional. Destiny looks exactly like her dad. Like exactly. Eyes and everything, okay? Then Tisha comes and visit, and I thought Tish looked really cute. Like Tish was looking real cute with her little green and the green eyeshadow to match, and the green shoes and a little black bodysuit. I think she was doing real good. They talk about Tiffany, and they're basically saying, they're trying to get to know Tiffany, but she keeps, putting her feet in her mouth, and she's transparent, but she seems to only be transparent when it comes to other people's business. Like let us know your dirt and let us know your tea. And my thing is, we can say the same thing about you, Destiny. Like we can literally say the same thing about you. Like what happens between you and LeBaric? Like, come on. Like it's the pot calling the kettle black, honey. We would love to know some of your tea. Okay, so let's not do that, Miss Thang. Okay. Destiny says that Mel is always, imposing on their business, and she feels like, Tiffany need to get out of Mel's ass and things of that nature. Well, Destiny, we can say the same thing about you. Y'all, let me just say this real quick, right? Even though I really don't see it for Tiffany, I'm equally kind of don't see it for Destiny, right? Because she's judging Tiffany for being transparent or being in everyone else's business, but yet we don't know your business, and you were, in everyone else's business last season, okay? And we can say the same thing about you being all up in Destiny's ass, not Destiny, Melanie's ass last season. So, like, you're really not the one to talk. I don't know. Like, I feel like even though Destiny has a reason to be upset with Tiffany, it's kind of like unwarranted. It's kind of like, where is this coming from? Like, why you have so much aggression, right? And then it's like in Vegas, you get mad at her because she was shading you, but you kind of were shading her too. As a matter of fact, you were kind of imposing on someone else's conversation because her energy wasn't directed towards you, it's actually directed towards Tish. So you kind of took on your own beef with Tiffany by Tish, if that makes any sense. Like you were beefing with Tiffany and finding a reason to get at Tiffany through Tish's issues. That's what it sounds like to me. But moving on. So Martell visits Marceau and they are talking about the 47 acres. Martell wants to partner with Marceau because he has a builder's license. I don't know where his current status today is on the builder's license, but I would think a mofo who got all this time to cheat and be on Instagram doing a whole bunch of fuck shit would eventually go and get his builder's license. Like the time you spend trying to take Melody down and get full custody about her damn kids, then there could have been a time you should have been studying for the builder's license. And I'm starting to think that if Marceau got his builder's license and Melanie were able to get this builder's license, I wonder how complicated the test is to get your builder's license. because it don't seem like it's too complicated at all. You're just too lazy or are either too stupid to pass the damn test. But y'all let me know on down in the comment section. Marceau asks Martell if he would want to work with Melody. Marceau says it's highly unlikely that Martell and Melody would be able to work together. So Marceau is asking him, like, do you think that you could work with Melody? And he basically said, yeah, why not? You know, me and Melody are family, blah, 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 blah. You know, shit that sounds good, but really in actuality is not going to happen, okay? Not after what y'all just went through back in Vegas. That's not going to happen, okay? And I'm with Marceau on this. Marceau says it's highly unlikely. I agree. Chris walks into the meeting and Marceau explains to Chris how he feels about Melody and Martell working together. Basically, he doesn't want, you know, Martell and Melody's issues to get into the to get in the business, to distract from the business is what I'm saying. And he's asking him, you know, how do you feel about the situation? And Chris is basically like, it's just business. And I also feel like Chris has another agenda. It could be just strictly business, but also it's like you've already experienced, kind of got a taste of what they're going through in their divorce. Like, why are you trying to go here and go there, asking them for, like, I mean, I just wouldn't want no parts of what Melody and Martell got going on. Like, I understand this business, but is there another 47 acres somewhere? Is there another project that we could be doing besides this project that kind of brings together Melody and Martell? Like, is there something else we can do? Because honestly, as a business, this type of personal drama is not a good look on the business side. Okay, so I don't know. I think Chris has another agenda. I don't know what it is. Destiny and Tiffany meet up. Destiny says that she needs Tiffany to be as transparent as Casper the ghost. Destiny, we need you to do the same, sweetheart. We need you to do the same. We're still over here wondering why LeBaric still is divorced you and what happened. Okay, and I'm starting to think them rumors is true that you're the cause of the divorce. Like, you cheated on him or whatever the case may be. I don't want to believe that, but because you ain't telling us nothing, I mean, where can we go? Destiny says that Tiffany has a smart mouth and can be shady. I also put here that Destiny is coming off very defensive in this conversation. Like, it's like, what, like, I don't feel like if this tea that Tiffany put out there on the dinner, if it was so cold, then why are we still talking about it? Like, why is this still a thing? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why are you still mad about it? Because that's the one thing she did to you. Yes, it was tasteless, it was classless. I don't like her because of that. But it's like, if it was so cold tea, why are you coming off so defensive and like you just want to get her? And it's kind of coming off mean girl like. And if I'm wrong, y'all tell me down at the bottom. Like I said, I don't see it for Tiffany, but I equally don't see it for Destiny. And her coming at Tiffany is, you know, it was like, it's a bit much for me. I don't know. Tiffany says that imagine Destiny being the new girl in the group and people judging her. Destiny said she didn't come off with tea when she first came to the group. Destiny, let me tell you what you did do when you came to the group. You may not have came with tea, and you may not have, you know, came in spilling tea and spilling everyone's business. But let's not forget, you came into this situation. You came in mainly as Mel's friend. And when you came in, you kind of judged Tish and her situation with her marriage. Now, you didn't say anything right then and there, but yet you got in your confessionals and started talking all kind of shit. Okay, so yeah, you may not have done with exactly what Tiffany did, but it's not that far off. Okay, so let's stop acting. Let's get off this high horse, ma'am. Like, I was not feeling Destiny during this dinner. Destiny, you were very shady. You had a lot of shit to say about Tish and her marriage in the confessionals. I just said that. Destiny says that Tiffany should be more transparent about her dirt. And then she asks Tiffany what's her dirt. Tiffany shares some stories about how she grew up in the system. So that's something that her and Destiny have in common that they, grew up in foster care or was adopted. And she said something about her being biracial, like her parents gave her up because she was biracial and she didn't understand it. And she grew up in a household where she was different than everybody. So, okay, I'm gonna have to make sure my microphone on. But anyway, so I like the conversation, but I still didn't like Destiny's attitude. And at the end of the conversation, when they're apologizing, she says she meant what she said by dragging her, but she's sorry in the minute when she said it. You know what? I don't know. I don't know, because Tiffany is black, but she ain't black. Okay, because I don't know too many black girls who could sit there and just be cool with Destiny and still be like, so you're gonna threaten me now, okay? Because I said, oh, you ain't gotta apologize for threatening me to drag me, but just know if you threaten me, I may actually execute. Okay, don't do that. Like, don't like. I don't know who these women think they are sometimes, and we're gonna get to Real Housewives of Potomac because that's coming to mind as I'm thinking about it. I don't know who Destiny thinks she is. Like, it's coming off real snooty and like, ma'am, we from the same place. We're both from Huntsville, Alabama. Okay, don't act like you from LA. Like, I mean, we should think highly of ourselves, and I get it, but she was just coming off real. I ain't like it, okay? Melanie visits Chris and talks about the 47 acres. They have a conversation about Chris and Martell, and Chris tells Melody that Martell felt some type of way because, he didn't come to him first. And Melody pretty much says, we're both friends. I don't understand why that was such an issue. Why can't he come to you, but I can't? And see, here's the thing. It's because Martell feels like Chris should have had bro code, okay? Like, you supposed to be on my side. Even though y'all are friends with her, you supposed to be on my side. It's bro code. That's what it was, Melody. Okay, and and this is how I feel too. I feel like Chris's question about how his conversation with Martell went about him coming to Melody about the 47 acres, I kind of felt like that was none of his business. Not none of his business, but why are we asking how she felt about it? Like, why, if this is all about business, why are we asking how she felt about her husband having that reaction to them possibly doing business? I feel like that's, you know how she would feel about it. So let's not play these games. I feel like Chris has another agenda. It could be me. Okay. Chris tells Melody about the meeting with Marceau and Martell, and Mel says she doesn't understand how Martell would be working with Marceau, especially since they just got their friendship back on track after, after all the bullshit over the years from seasons 1 and 2, where Martell was basically saying that Marceau had 20 girlfriends and they was all online. Melody has said that Marceau was sleeping with her hairdresser and all the stuff that's happened. And now he is partnering with Marceau in a business deal. Like, it is odd, but we all know why he's doing it. It's because Marceau has a builder's license and he doesn't. But I think the other part to this is Martell is trying to take the 47 acres and take it away from Mel, so therefore she has no money in her pocket. I feel two ways about this. I really feel two ways about this. I feel like she has every right to be upset and, do business that's good for her and her children. But I also feel like, Mel, you got so much money coming in. Why go through this extra drama with him? He has no money. And from what it looked like, his credit is shot to shit. He got regular folk credit like the rest of us. So it's like, why let him have them damn 47 acres? Like, if I really didn't want to be bothered with my ex-husband, whatever the case may be, nigga, you can have that shit. You can have a damn 47 acres. I got so much other stuff going on. Like, Melody has her music thing coming out. She has the property preservation classes. And then I think she's doing real estate on her side of it. Then she got the merch going on. So she has multiple streams of income coming in from her kids. Now, I get it that he was trying to take money from her children but it's his children too. So that's not necessarily money coming from the kids, because that money that he's making can contribute to his kids as well. Okay, now if he's actually going to execute that, we don't know. So that could be her issue as well. Melanie says she going forward with it. She gonna put in her bid, and that's that on that. Martell visits Maurice, and Martell needs some credit repair. Yeah, Martell cannot ask for a loan from the banks because his credit is not up to par. See, what y'all don't realize is divorce is not only emotionally and mentally draining, but it's also financially draining. Okay, so right now, what Martell is dealing with is the consequences of his actions. Okay, that is what this man is dealing with. It's cheaper to keep her. Okay, it is cheaper to keep her, and Martell is finding it out the hard way. Okay, it would have been much easier if you just did what you were supposed to do, or if you were going to cheat, kind of been a little smarter about the move that you were making. But now you hear your credit messed up, you ain't got no builder's license, man. You just all fucked up, right? So Maurice is talking about depression. He suggests that Martell come with him to therapy, or go to therapy. And I mean, Martell has been going to therapy, but he's not receiving what people are telling him, because people are holding him accountable. So he ain't ready for that unless he's ready to face his own demons, right? Now, Tish is going to see Dr. Francis. Of course, Marceau is not there. She says she has a lot going on, taking care of the kids. They have 3 companies. Tish says Marceau is like a 4th child. When she needs help around the house, he doesn't help her. Listen, this scene, it all made sense to me. It all made sense to me why Marceau values commitment versus happiness. Because Tish tells the therapist, Dr. Francis, that she and Marceau when they got married, she was 4 months pregnant. Now, I'm not going to say that Marceau does not love Tish. I'm not even going to say that they would not have gotten married if she hadn't got pregnant, right? What I am saying is it would have been better for them to get married on their own terms. I'm just saying. This is why when people say I've been married 20 years, I've been married 15 years, you can't tell me nothing, and I've been married for 15 years, 15 years, 15 years. But to me, 15 years don't mean shit if the foundation of the marriage is based on some fraudulent bullshit, right? 15 years don't mean anything, because it's 15 years, and here he is talking about he's depressed. Here you are sitting in a therapy office speaking with a therapist about how this man don't help you. Okay, you ask him to do stuff, he won't help you. Okay, he damn near blaming his depression on you not listening to him. Okay, he ain't blaming you, but he's saying that, if you don't listen to him, it's not really helping his depression. Okay, being manipulative, right? He don't want you to do shit. So to me, 15 years don't mean shit if this is where y'all are at in your marriage today. And what's really sad is that Tish says she grew up in a family where the women in her family catered to the men, and she kind of carried that into her marriage. And I think that's sad, because even though, I have members of my family who did that, the older women. My mom particularly, yes, she, my dad's plate or whatever, but she still went out and worked, and that's what she instilled in me. But I have seen some of my older aunts, they cater to their husbands or whatever. I just feel like, yes, you need to teach your child, your daughter, how to keep a good house, how to cook and clean. I feel like we do need to teach women how to cook and how to clean, but that should not be the that shouldn't be it. Okay, we should not be embedding in our females, in our children, in our girls that catering to a man is the key. Okay, no, let's preach education. Let's preach generational wealth. Let's preach careers. Let's preach good credit. Like, these are the things that we should be teaching our kids, not how to cater to no man, how to keep a man, how to keep a house. I really just don't feel like, I feel like that's real toxic, because we've learned, experience has taught us that you can do all of that. You can be a freak in the sheets. You can cater to your man. You can cook him dinners every day, gourmet meals every fucking day, and he's still gonna go out and cheat on you. It does not matter. It doesn't. So let's stop teaching our girls that, okay? It doesn't matter, okay? I'm glad that Tish doesn't blame herself for his depression, and I hope that she keeps that mentality, because I can foresee Marcel trying to somewhat blame her, not outright saying he blames her for his depression, but kind of manipulating the situation and making her think that she is responsible. And I hope she keeps that mentality. But that was the end of the episode, you guys. It was an okay episode. It wasn't too much going on, but it gave us a lot to talk about. So let me know how you all felt about this week's episode. Well, last week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Till next time, toodles.